heck mode, ring the bell mode, get ganked on stream mode. My first experience with this amazing game mode is when I got Animal King. Actually, I got it 3 times, and I wiped every single one. Now, the first one, when I was making it, I was just kind of enjoying that I got Animal King for the first time. You know, something I had heard about. I farmed it a little bit. Everyone was like, oh, this is amazing. And it was about halfway through the prog when I was like, wait a minute. I'm just gonna do Hell mode and steal loot. This was before when you rung the bell with Animal King, you lost it. But I still wasn't going to ring the bell because I didn't even know the Diver's Light Plate existed. So my first experience with Hell mode was just watching people fight at Yunshul. My favorite thing is when they'd lose and there'd be 15 mobs in front of it and they'd be killing them one by one behind the door. And all I would see is free chests appear. So you know I was just stealing chests, making enemies, got a lot of enchants. And this was around the time I encountered a hacker who used to fly around Hellmodes. And I was up on the top of the map, and he saw me, so he flew over to me, and he's like, how much money do you think I make off of this game? And I said, I don't know, probably $1 per enchant. He's like, yes, $1 per enchant, $1 per gem. And he dropped me Allure Star Boots and flew away. We had that stealing loot from other people bond. This is the reason I have 3 banks, because I stole so much loot. I'd fill 200 carry load, and then I'd leave the depths and I'd transfer 10 plus enchants, 50 gems, a bunch of 3-star weapons, the occasional crypt blade, and the coveted 3-star weight curve blade that I had a year ago. That wiped. Now this slot probably lasted the longest out of any of them. And I stole so much loot using this slot, but it had a tragic end because back then I had bad internet. And once when I was going to the Hellbell, I dashed over the void where there's now a building to walk across. There wasn't one back then and the gap was wider, and I lag spiked so the dash didn't come out, so I fell and lost the slot. That's how the first one died. And 1 week later, I got another one. And so did Vincent. And obviously Vincent copied my method of stealing loot. And you know, I continued my method, but then I found something. Most people let down their guard when the hell mode ends. So what if I just attack them? But that won't work. They're PvE builds, you know, yeah, they're easy to kill, but they're still full HP. So then I thought, I'll just assassinate them. I'll put on this hood that has the assassin talent and I'll assassinate them. And I did that, you know, solo it was alright, but then Vincent joined me and we began slaughtering Hellmodes. During the Hellmode, we'd hit them with gluttony, we'd steal their loot, we'd end Hellmodes before they even end. We'd just kill the people, we weren't satisfied with mob drops anymore. And we did this to a lot of people, and we remember thinking, you know, this would be good content. One guy, we chased him for 20 minutes after the hell mode, literally 20 minutes. We were chasing him for so long. And eventually he just jumped into the void and we laughed at him. Another guy that we caught, I started demanding 3 enchants or you die. And this guy only had 2. One of them was a stone rifle spear, which I traded and still gripped him. A lot of people would give like 1 or 2 enchants and Vince wouldn't want to spare them. It wasn't 3 enchants. They're going to get wiped. And so I ended up wiping a lot of people. Even ones Vincent tried to save, I still caught them. But then there was one guy, one tryhard. He had a light weapon in hell mode. He was running around as a Gale, chilling Legion Cestus, and he was hunting people, just like us. And originally he was friendly, he was like, hi. But then Vincent's like, yo, assassinate him. So I did, and we beat his ass on the ground. And then he got up and started fighting. And that's when we realized this man plays this game all day, PvP. He doesn't do what we do. He fights people. And by this time I had Portal Bell. So I said to Vincent, I'm just gonna run. And Vincent ran away, and this man chased us across the depths. I did 4 loops. I had this spot up on the top of the cliff that I'd run up to. I'd climb all the way up. And then I jump off with portals, so he takes fall damage if he follows me, and he still followed me. You know, eventually I got away, and me and Vincent continued our endeavors. But I realized we weren't strong enough after that, so I thought of a plan. I'll make a potion slot, I'll uncap intelligence, obviously, and then I'll get mind-breaking potions, and I'll throw them at people in the depths. who are already high insanity, low food. We already thought to use gluttony to piss people off. So me and Vincent went back into the depths with 30 mind breakers each. We encountered an NLK guy during Yun Shul. He panicked. We threw so many mind breakers at him that he had to unequip his weapon, and then he just let us kill him. Well, he didn't let us, you know, he walked around without his weapon trying to run. But he couldn't, because he couldn't defend himself. When they'd be sitting at the Graceful Flame, we throw a mind breaker at them and run. That player tags them, and it puts their insanity up. This caught up to us very quickly. For me, I got on alone. I tried to do the same thing solo, and I ended up just getting jumped, and I lost, and I died. Vincent, he fell into the void, got a restore because it was lag, and then did the same thing, got jumped, because we can't do it alone, and he wiped his Animal King. But then I got my third one. So I got a Dark Steel, I'm sure you've seen the short, where I got a corrupted bell after being bell checked by an ESP hacker, obviously. Of course he was hacking, everyone was back then. But I went to this one Hell mode one night, when it was still popular, when Hell groups still existed. And there was this group of people. You know, normal Hell mode, me ganking them. I saw one get knocked, I took the body. But then I got attacked and I dropped the body, I'm like, oh, fine. But then I saw he was across the area. And I had dash. I always get dash on these slots. I always got dash, strong leap, everything to run away from players. And so he's across the way, and I have the full power dash in the depths. And you know full power dash in the depths. It looks like you're fly hacking, apparently. This will make sense soon. I dash, you know, I think nothing of it. I steal the body, I grip him. And now what I didn't know was in this VC, which they were in together, there was probably a conversation along the lines of, oh my god, I need to get a restore. This guy flew towards me. This hacker. And the reason I know this is because I joined the VC. I didn't know it was them in the VC. I joined the VC a few hours later, you know, to do more Hell mode attacking. I just did one and got off, you know, stole some loot. And I was on the same slot. Obviously, I only have one Animal King. And I joined their VC to stream snipe because one of them was streaming. And when I encountered them in game, what did I hear them say? I heard, oh, this is the hacker. This is the fly hacker who killed whoever. You know, I don't know his name. I don't know what they said. And I was confused. I'm like, there's no way they're talking about me, right? I'm obviously not hacking. There's nothing that even looks like I'm hacking. And eventually when I was attacking them, the Hell mode ended, and this is bad because the mobs are what protect me from getting ganked. But now there were no mobs. I was getting jumped, bro. He had Shadow Gun. Another one had Lightning. This is the worst combo to be chased. I got chased down. I hear them in the VC going, get him, he's a hacker. He's gonna fly away probably. And obviously I don't have hacks, so I couldn't fly away. I couldn't save myself. It was like 4 people chasing me, and they were fast. It was the depths. They had dash and shadow gun. And I remember the key thing they were saying was just like, bro, shadow gun is so good for this. And you know, they gripped me. I was like, damn, there goes my last Animal King. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna retire this Hell mode thing. You know, I don't need another Animal King. Nobody knew about this one. Vincent never got another Animal King. I never got another Animal King. And I got wiped 3 times. We probably contributed to at least 100 people wiping. We ruined Hell mode. And the last thing to ever come of this was a guy at Hive that I was gripping going, wait, I remember you from Hell mode. And I still gripped him because I didn't really realize what he was saying. But now I wish I didn't because I wanted to know what he was going to say about me. So if you recognize this slot or this one, and you have stories that are relating to these slots because I don't remember everything, tell me. It's history. Even if I got another Animal King, we wouldn't be able to do this because Hell mode's dead. Back then, it was like so many Hell modes. I just look for the red things to appear. It was so popular, but now Hell mode's dead, just like my Animal Kings. Also, Vincent's gonna see this, and he's gonna be shocked because he didn't actually know how my 3rd Animal King wiped. I never told anybody. Oh, and I guess the other point about those guys calling me an exploiter, you know, I DM'd them, and they just said, bro, he's DMing me? This guy's on damage control. I have never heard someone use the term damage control before, but I'm going to use. I've probably used it actually, and that's the origins of that. He's on damage control, guys.